Misje. Alohomora! Zanieś się, nawet nie wiem ile ich mam zbierane, szczerze mówiąc. Przyjacielskie wsparcie, klucze do dala, opowieść o Rolandzie. O Kiezie, czy coś. Przymioty będą blisko. Tak mi się wydaje, nie? Let's go! Dobra, let's go.
Glad you came.
Opowiadaj.
Hello, Sirona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stayed with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Pudełko. Mam jej wykraść, tak?
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
Okay.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it.
Okay.
You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
A, czyli dałem jej te eliksiry, a i tak będę musiał tam lecieć.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
O,
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
no, okej. Puścił to w jaskini.
The ministry ought to relax their feelings. towards
Accio.
us. I'm sure it'll be hard.
Protego! Confringo!
What
Expelliarmus!
have you done?
Accio! Levioso! Confringo!
Nie trafiłem go.
Expelliarmus! This must be the carol Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Czyszczona.
Revelio!
The ministry ought to loosen the reins on the dark arts. No better protection, if you ask me.
Wciągnę go tu?
Accio! Levioso! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Ale weszło.
No one hide from me.
A gdzieś tu są? Idą tu do góry.
Accio! Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Ale weszło.
To Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there.
No, jest tu dużo rzeczy, widzę.
Better have a look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
No, chroboto, są chrobotki. No, ja zbierałem to.
Confringo! Revelio!
A, to są to te.
Lumos!
Ja mógłbym to zapalić.
Confringo!
Coś mamy. Tu też coś mamy, ale raczej będzie na sel.
Revelio!
Jakieś zejście w dół będzie. Robotków narobione. Jeden przy drugim.
Revelio!
Cisza jest. To co to jest za zejście? Ale tu jest zejście w dół. A tutaj co to było? Jakaś skrytka chyba, co? Okej. Mamy tu trochę fantów.
Revelio!
No wszystko. Więcej tu nic nie ma. Zbierz listy 5 i zdobądź skrzynkę na listy. O. Tu listy są rozrzucone nawet, ja?
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Expelliarmus!
A, Expelliarmus nie działa. Mało mu co.
Confringo! Potato! Accio! Confringo! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
Muszę czary wymienić chyba.
Confringo! Defender!
O, tego się nie spodziewałem. Kurczę, twardziel naprawdę.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus!
Kurczę. Te uniki są słabe, jednak trzeba pojedynczo unikać.
Potato! Stupefy! Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus! Stupefy! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Defender! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Should think they felt that in London.
No, ten był twardszy w ogóle, był
Revelio!
jak skał. O, patrz, jakie zbiorowisko. Cyk, cyk. A, przecież mam jeszcze eliksiry. Kurczę, czy ja nie pomyślał. Mogłem sobie chlapnąć Maksimę, nie?
Confringo!
Trochę więcej miał tych. Nic nie ma. Trochę więcej, kurde, obrażeń i było inaczej.
Confringo! Revelio!
O, jakieś ukryte przejście znalazłem. Proszę. O, au.
Confringo!
No. To pomaga na chwilę. Coś tutaj nie. Dużo krzaków. Dobra.
Revelio!
Więcej tu nie ma. Lecimy dalej.
Lumos!
Okej. Dobra, to idziemy.
Revelio!
Robotków mamy. Okej. Owoce figi.
Confringo!
Tam też coś było?
Revelio!
Tam jest quest. A, patrz ile tam fantów jest. To mino to wyjaja. Tak.
Revelio.
Jest pusta. Confringo. Dobra, co tutaj leży? Listy. Jeden. O, matko, droga Sirona. Przybyłam, że pod wieloma względami różni się od innych pierwszorocznych. Skąd widziałeś? Sobie zatrzymacie, przeczytacie, co? O matko. Dobra, to są jakieś tam...
Revelio.
Stój.
Hello, Sirona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
No
I
pytań.
wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
Okay.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
No okej. To mamy zrobione. Jadowita zemsta. Dobra, idziemy zobaczyć co on chce. Coś mam mrocze, jakieś dyrdy małe.
I'll fix him, that charm grinder.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes. And no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacular he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
Nice.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacular in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Dobra, robimy
I'll
to.
get the venomous tentacula for you.
Marvelous. I know a fellow seeker of justice when I see one. Take as many herbology supplies as you like while you're in his cellar. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
No dobra, to ja sobie zasoby wezmę, to się przydadzą.
This must be it. This must be the cellar. Now to find that venomous tentacula. Revelio. Better not let Mr. Lawley see me.
To nie mogę tego podnieść? Ej. Nie mogę podnieść kasy? Ale ściema. Dobra. Nie mogę, to nie mogę, nie? Już nie będę się tak naprzykrzał.
Revelio.
Ty on się tu kręci. Dobra. To mogłem podnieść. Tu się skrzynka otworzyła. Tu zameczek. Jeszcze raz spróbuję tą kasę wziąć. Nie, no nie mogę, coś się zwiechło. Dobra, idzie tu. Ja pamiętam sobie te drzwi otworzyć chyba. O nie. Ale tu też było przejście. Można było otwierać drzwi, ale tu było.
Where is that venomous tentacula?
Dobra, idziemy dalej. On chyba już tu nie wejdzie, co? O, jest. Pająki. A skąd tu się pająki wzięły? Specjalnie ma przygotowane.
Petrificus totalis.
O nie, pająk mnie widzi. Patrificusa minara. Kapusty ma. O.
Confringo. Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. So many spiders. It's a wonder they've taken over the whole place.
Ty, skąd
Confringo.
tu się wzięło tyle pająków?
Expelliarmus. Accio. Levioso. Confringo.
Blisko było.
Accio. Expelliarmus.
Jest, Jesus.
Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Protego. Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Dobrze, że nie słyszą naszej walki, bo była siarana. Mi się wydało. Co tam jest? Torba.
Revelio.
Jest tentakula.
Now that I have
O
the venomous
kurde.
tentacula, I should return to Mr. Barnes.
Krzak wpakowałem do kieszeni na ranę.
Revelio.
A, skrzynia jest. Super. Pusto. Pusto. W sensie, nic ciekawego. Tam byłem, tam. Wszędzie wszystko mam. A, tu będzie stał teraz, no?
Hello, Hamora. Revelio.
No to robię spadaski. I go.
Any luck retrieving a certain friend of mine?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
Ładnie. Jakieś rękawice dostałem.